Okay, the next presenter, you move over to the next presenter, Dr. Yasuyuki Aoshima. Konnichiwa, Yasuyuki-san. Aoshima-san.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Genki desu ka? Genki desu?
Thank you. Very good. Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Yasuyuki Aoshima, as we know, that Executive Managing Director and Secretary General of Japan Accreditation Board of Engineering Education, and now Chief Advisor of JICA projects. Dr. Yasuyuki Aoshima will present about Japan jadi lesson learned for the future of international accreditation in engineering. So for Mr. Aoshima, the floor is yours. Please, Mr. Aoshima.
Okay.
Yeah.
Today I want to talk about the JABIT lessons learned through the accreditation system. Next, please. Next, please.
Okay.
Yeah, next, please. No, this is not the PowerPoint. There is another PowerPoint. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So my title of presentation is JABIT lessons learned. Next, please.
Next.
Yeah. Before doing my presentation, I'd like to talk about the difference between engineering and science. According to Oxford Dictionary, engineering is the activity of applying scientific knowledge to design, building, and control machines, roads, bridges, electrical equipment, etc., etc. That's true, but I don't like that definition, because from that definition, engineering is the downstream of science. The difference between scientists and engineers: scientists, they are interested in finding discovery of the truth of the nature and of the world existing today. On the contrary, engineers, they are interested in creating new things, new matters, which is necessary for the society. And also, engineers, they are the people who do not want to wish a problem away, but who start doing something to solve it. So there are big difference between scientists and engineers. Next, please.
Next.
So engineering is the most advanced field in the quality assurance in the professional education. In Western countries, historically, professional societies such as the Institution of Professional Engineers or Council of Engineers have been conducting the accreditation of education to ensure that younger generation, next generation people have acquired required ability and knowledge when they have graduated from the engineering study program. It is not the government, this is NGO who ensure the quality of education of younger people. So in those countries, only graduates from accredited program are eligible to be professional engineers. Next, please. So accreditation for engineering education, for instance, ABET, United States, was established in 1932, 88 years ago. And next, please.
I think
Or I can
Yeah.
help Pak Isradi.
Okay, we wait
will help.
for the next. I think we ask Mr. Mystery to give presentations, and after that we.
No,
It's
I can.
okay. No, it's okay.
It's okay.
I will help.
It's on the screen again, sir. I'm sorry.
Yes, screen 4, number 4.
Number 4.
Once more, yes. And the Washington Accord was established in 1989, 31 years ago. And now I'm talking a little bit about the Japanese education situation. Japanese universities did not have culture of quality assurance of education until 2000. The JABI triggered, JABI is the Japan Accreditation Board for Engineering Education, triggered the outcome-based quality assurance of university education in Japan. And now today, through accreditation of education in engineering and pharmacy, medicine already done. And nursery and the teacher accreditation, the education accreditation are under project. The Washington Accord was established in 1989 by 6 accreditation bodies for engineering education in Australia, Canada, UK, Ireland, New Zealand, and United States. They are all Anglo-Saxon English-speaking countries. And those Washington Accord, they do not apply for one single world standard. It means they have, each country has different needs of engineering. So they have different accreditation criteria, but very similar. So they recognize substantial equivalency of accredited program under the Washington Accord because accreditation criteria are similar. Next, please. And this is the current membership of the Washington Accord. This page show in the left column, this is the abbreviation of accreditation body, and in the parentheses in the country and the regions. And in the right columns, they are the year, right. The year that those the bodies became the signatory means a full member of the Washington Accord. And the middle column show that those country accreditation body became a provisional status. In a country where there is no accreditation body for engineering education, and to get those body to a signatory of the Washington Accord, it is not easy task. Sometimes it takes more than 10 years. So this is why Washington Accord put in the intermediate step the provisional status. They can join the Washington Accord as a provisional members, but without right of vote. And the first line, 6 founding members, as I mentioned earlier, United States, Canada, UK, Australia, Ireland, New Zealand, they are the founding members. And immediately after, the Hong Kong and South Africa became the signatory of the Washington Accord. For them, it is not difficult because the Hong Kong, South Africa, they have the culture of Western so-called engineering concept. And the Japan, they became in 2001, about 20 years ago, became a provisional status of the Washington Accord. And 4 years later, JABI became the signatory of the Washington Accord. That 2005, this is the milestone for Washington Accord because Japan is the first non-English speaking country. Before the Japan joining the Washington Accord's members are all English speaking country. engineering education in Japan are given in Japanese. And the JABI evaluate the study program, the accredited study program in Japanese with criteria standard in Japanese. But those Washington Accord other signatory, they accepted that the JABI's level of accreditation, even it is in Japanese, they are equivalent to the Washington Accord other signatories. And after that, a lot of non-English speaking country became a Washington Accord signatory, mainly from Asian countries. Singapore, Malaysia, Korea, IEA, Chinese Taipei, and India, Sri Lanka, and Pakistan, etc., etc. And today, there are some countries, Peru and Costa Rica from Latin America became the members of Washington Accord. And there are still eight countries in provisional status who are looking for to get the signatory status to Washington Accord, such as Bangladesh, the Philippines, Mexico, Chile, Indonesia, Thailand. And that's it. Okay. And next slide, please. And below the Washington Accord, there is the International Engineering Alliance. This is umbrella of 7 constituent. One is the 7. Among 7, there are 3 educational accords: Washington Accord for engineering education, and Sydney Accord for engineering technologist education, and a Dublin Accord, engineering technicians education accord. And right block is this is the competence and mobility agreement, for which the institution of engineers in each country are members. What's happened?
I don't know, just that I don't know what happens. I cannot do anything. Which one is? Yes.
Yes. So 2 groups, educational accords people and mobility agreement people, they have the dream that in the future, qualified engineer can work across the board. Next, please. So JABI, this is a chronicle of JABI of Washington Accord. JABI was established in 1999 and started accreditation 2001, almost 20 years ago. And we got the signatory status in 2005. And in the Washington Accord, the signatory status is not a permanent status. Every 6 years, signatory are to be reviewed by other Washington Accord signatories. So 2012, JABI received the first periodic review, and 17 second periodic review. Just can you go back? Yeah. Do you remember this is just a small joke. My slide number 4, I told you that ABET was established in 1932, 88 years ago. It was before the World War II. Oh. And the JABI was established 2001, only 20 years ago. And Japan, United States, this is a joker. Japan, United States, we had a war, Second World II. And Japan lost against the United States. Of course, Japan did not have accreditation body for engineering education. Okay, next slide, please. In 2000, ABET, United States, drastically changed its evaluation method from input-based to outcome-based based. And ABET triggered the world paradigm shift of engineering education from input-based teaching to outcome-based learning. And the Washington Court immediately adopted OBE method for evaluation. And the JABI was very lucky because when JABI was started the preparation for Washington Accord joining, ABET mentored JABI in 2000. So ABET at that time drastically changed from input-based education to outcome-based education. So JABI was lucky to start evaluation system from outcome-based concept. So now study program shall set up learning outcome, taking into consideration what the student shall acquire rather than what professor wish to teach. This is exactly this morning. The minister, what's his name? Nadim said that at the classroom, teacher should not teach too much. The teacher should provide the opportunity, environment that the student can learn. This is exactly the meaning of outcome-based education. Next, please. International Engineering Alliance set up graduate attribute. Graduate attribute, this is the knowledge and ability what the student should have acquired when they complete the study programs. There are 12 items. Number 6, engineer and the society. Number 7, environment and sustainability. Number 8, ethics. Number 9, teamwork, communication skill, project management, and finance, and lifelong learning. So this is if the study program wants to be accredited by an accreditation body under the Washington Accord, they have to include at least those 12 graduate attributes in their education. And certainly the accreditation body, they will check through 12 items that study program provide those items to students. Yes, please. And also one of the important aspects of today's engineering education is complex engineering problem. It's not complicated, complex engineering problem. They may need a multidisciplinary approach. They involve wide range of conflicting mechanical and technical engineering other issues. They need appropriate consideration for public health and safety, cultural, societal, and environmental consideration. And the complex problem may have several solutions, not only one, several solutions, but sometimes no solution. Next, please. And also, there is the engineering design education concept. It's very close to complex problem. Design ability. So it's a little bit too long. So in short, the professor don't give the lecture to teach design education. The professor give a problem to student to solve. And now student identify what is the problem that is expected to be solved. And the student should identify restricted conditions such as public welfare, environmental preservation, and cost, not only the technical issue, but also other issues. And student should logically identify, organize, and investigate the problem that is expected to be solved. And then finally, students by themselves, they will find a solution. Yes, please. this is the experience JABI learned from the Washington Accord colleagues. 2005, JABI became the Washington Accord signatory. 1 year earlier, the 3 evaluators of Washington Accord came to Japan. And this page shows the abstract of the summary, executive summary. What they said in the last sentence, the 3 evaluators said that Japanese engineering education somewhat different from what found in many other Washington and other countries. What does it mean? So in the first paragraph, they said that at that time, Japanese engineering program emphasizes too much to learning of relevant scientific method, theories, more than the application. So this is that JABI received as a criticism, but good advice from the Washington Accord. But they accepted to the JABI be a signatory status. Next, please. So the 2012, we received the periodic review by another Washington Accord review team. And they recognized the improvement of engineering design education in Japan. So JABI and JABI's accredited study program, they made a lot of efforts to change the education system. So we are very happy to be recognized that. But they give another homework. In Japan, multidisciplinary teamwork is not sufficient. And 5 years later, there was another periodic review in 2017. And that we are recognized that Japan's flexible application of multidisciplinary teamwork. What does it mean? If we put multidisciplinary team in the criteria, since the Japanese university do not have yet the multidisciplinary teamwork education, so all the Japanese study program will not be accredited. Accreditation is not a purpose. Accreditation is encouragement of the study program to improve education. So this is why JABI didn't put multidisciplinary terminology in the criteria, but we put in the criteria guide. And we explained in criteria guide, let's take time to improve the education so that it will be multidisciplinary. So this is what JABI learned from Washington Accord. Through the Washington Accord philosophy and the concept, we improved the Japanese education, engineering education. Next, please. Next, please. There is a negative attitude to accreditation. In Japan, there are 3 kinds of evaluation which are undergoing. Self-evaluation by the university and institutional evaluation. This is not for study program evaluation. Institutional evaluation enforced by law. And program accreditation JABI, which is voluntary. There are three kinds of evaluation. So the professors are too tired to have all the time evaluation. This is one of the reasons of the negative attitude of the professors against the accreditation. Next, please. And sometimes the program are not happy with JABI evaluators. Evaluation is not audit. Evaluation is not inspection. But those who are appointed as an evaluator, they they think that, oh, he's a prosecutor, and he looked down the study program. That kind of typical attitude, the study program are not happy, and sometimes study program do not want to be accredited by JABI. So the training to have good evaluator, this is the most important and successful element for the accreditation body. Next, please. And also, some people, some professors have doubt of advantage of accreditation. Some university study program were accredited by JABI, and they said, okay, thank you very much, we learned a lot. So now we can evaluate our program by our own. But the human being is a lazy animal. They cannot continue self-evaluation forever. Accreditation is a third-party evaluation. So those kind of concept of third-party evaluation is not yet well understood. Okay, next, please. This slide shows that the JABI's accreditation does not give ranking to study program. This is the same as old Washington Accord signatories. The red horizontal line is the level required by the society, level of education required by society, and or item required by the accreditation criteria. Study program 1, P1, they have set up learning outcome to be achieved much higher than the lead line. And the green band show that the top student and the bottom student, they graduated after having acquired the learning outcome set up by the study program. So in that program, JABI accredited. Now please look at number 4. Number 4 program, they set up learning outcome much higher than P1. But the problem is lower student not having acquired the learning outcome, they graduated. That JABI does not accredit such kind of program. And then number 3, P3 program, they set up learning outcome so-so, just the same level of red line. But all the students, top and bottom student, they have graduated after having acquired the learning outcome set up by the program. That we accredit that program. Number 2, yes, all the students have graduated having acquired the learning outcome. That's fine, but the level of setting up the learning outcome is below the red line. Then JABI does not accredit P2 program. So this slide shows that we are not interested in, oh, that program is better than that one. We don't give any ranking. Next, please. This slide shows that for instance, the United States, ABET, the number of study program by ABET in each institutions. The order of institution, I just put with the order of higher education times 2 years ago. So it means the top university ranked by higher education times in the United States, they are almost all accredited by ABET. Canada as well, Australia as well. China a little bit still not that way, but Singapore, Hong Kong, etc., etc. And then this is the world situation, that each country, top university, they are accredited by their own national accreditation body. And the next please. This is the problem in Japan. The number one, according to Higher Education Times, University of Tokyo, JABI 0. No study program accredited by JABI. Kyoto University 0. Osaka University 0. Tokyo University 1. This is the situation in Japan. Top university, they are not interested in accreditation. They refuse to be accredited by somebody. So this is the very sad story in Japan. Next, please. Why accreditation? The purpose. Accreditation is not a purpose. Purpose is the improvement of education. We have to encourage the improvement of education. And also at the same time, we should ensure international equivalency. There is no value unless the level of education is recognized at international level. The review by the third party, self-evaluation is not sufficient. And through the accreditation, we can show the accountability to the society, and we hope we can enhance outcome-based education. Next, please. This is the good example that I want to show you. There's a JICA Technical Cooperation Project for Indonesia, for which I am the project manager. This is 8 years project from 2014 to 2022. So 2022, we expect that the IABI, I will first explain. So this project is establish IABI, Indonesian Accreditation Board for Engineering Education, and develop accreditation criteria, and also evaluation procedures, and train evaluators in other countries, Japan, United States, China, and Australia, and also organize training in Indonesia, and the socialization of education institutions, because if there is no outcome-based education culture in that country, we have to socialize the education institutions and conduct accreditation. And we already, that IABI already got the provisional status in Washington Court last year, and we are hoping that the signatory status will be got in 2002. Originally, we expect that the IABI will become the Washington Accord in 2021, but due to the coronavirus, the project will be, all the procedure will be extended for 1 year. That was explained in the morning by Professor Misri. And we have, through the JICA project, JABI accredited 4 study programs, IPB, UE, UEE, and IPB, and UE for study programs. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Aoshima. I think this is nice presentations about JABI's lesson learned for the future of international accreditation of engineering. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, from these presentations, we know about quality improvement and also accreditations. We will discuss later after Prof. Misri give presentations.